Good morning and welcome to day 5 already. Can you believe it? You're probably thinking to yourself, it's only day 5? It feels like it's been a week. Sometimes it feels like that when we're taking in a lot of information. However, it is going to be a really, I'm going to say, a little bit intense recording today because this is a topic about how we kind of push ourselves to the end of our to do list. So I'm going to start by saying welcome to day 5 of 14 days, and it is all about the road ahead. So let's jump in right away now with today's quote, which is remember that every choice you make produces an outcome. Choose wisely. Now you're probably thinking to yourself something like, well, that's common sense. Well, yes, it is, and no, we don't always consider the choices we're making past the moment that we're in. So, this is a quote that now is going to start hitting home a little differently for you. You see, what this quote means is that all the choices you make produce an outcome, including the ones that have to do with the choices you make for yourself, not only for other people, not only when you're doing things for others. This is about you. Now, today we're going to be talking about energy a little bit. And if you know of Albert Einstein, you know that everything is energy. And everything is energy and carries information. So we're going to be touching on that a little bit today because it's so important for you to have a different understanding about how energy and thoughts work. So energy is part of our life and we cannot dispute it, such as the laws of physics. What goes up must come down. But there's also another law, and it's about the energetic signature that you radiate. Whatever you put out must come back. I know, I get it. It's another one of those things that might sound a little over the top. However, it's science and it has been proven. So let's just keep going with this, all right? Now, let's talk about the choices that you make around your desires. And you might be wondering what that has to do about the choices you're making. However, I want you to think about this. This is about your desires. And when I speak of desires, I'm speaking about a high vibrational want, which I refer to as a desire or desires, that comes from a place that is pure, like a soul's desire, not a feeding the ego kind of desire, like, I want a new car because the neighbors just got a new car. Not that. It's a longing that is fulfilling a part of your soul, a desire for more. More being things that will help you to grow and expand your life. Now let's talk about the choices you may make to deny yourself your own truth. Oh, yeah, we're going there. And we're going there because this is a place, it's an area in a woman's life that almost has become second nature to us. It's the place where we ignore our desires, don't ever consider our own wants and needs, or it's that place where we put ourselves last with a mild intention that says something like this: oh, if I don't get to do it, that's okay. I don't mind. As long as I get everyone else taken care of, I'm happy. That's what's important. But what are you teaching your children, your partner, and every person around you? And here's a heads up, this is going to sound maybe somewhat a little harsh to you. So, you are teaching others to disregard you. Uh huh, I said it. Now, energy is real, and every thought you have, every word you speak, every action you take, everything carries an energetic signature. Your body is always emitting light, energy, and frequencies that carry specific information or intentions. So now consider the times in your lives when you don't take care of yourself, when you deny yourself your truth because it's something that you learned growing up. So you were more than likely told to be good to people, to be kind and polite to people, to be respectful of others. Does any of this sound familiar? More than likely, right? And it's all good information. However, it's incomplete information. I'm about to paint a picture with a very big brush, which means I'm generalizing. However, the majority of the women I've spoken to through the years and all the women that I've worked with agreed that this was their experience. So here I go. We weren't taught to be good, polite, or respectful of ourselves. In fact, we weren't taught to consider ourselves at all. But what we were taught was that if we put ourselves first, that we weren't being kind or thoughtful. We were taught that we were being inconsiderate, greedy, disrespectful, and the mother lode of all of them, we were being selfish. Now, remember what I said yesterday about guilt, blame, and shame, how they are three of the lowest vibrations. Well, is it any wonder why we feel guilty about ever doing anything for ourselves? Lord knows that we didn't want to be any of those things that I just mentioned. Of course, you want to be the best person possible. However, based on what you were taught, that means that you should never consider the truth that moves through you. If you consider yourself, then you're being selfish. Now, let's review and consider the quote right now. Remember that every choice you make produces an outcome. Choose wisely. If you want to be emitting or radiating an energy that is pure, then you must not deny the pure and loving truth that moves through you. And that truth, by the way, is kind and loving and not judgmental. We hear about authenticity all the time. And for me, I like to say it's about being real. Being real is also about being honest. Following your truth is what's going to keep you in alignment. Denying your truth is what takes you out of alignment. Teach others to respect you by respecting yourself, by honoring your truth. And yes, sometimes that will mean that you'll need to say no to someone. However, a no can be a no in the moment and a yes later on. That being said, it also can mean a solid no. We trip ourselves up by saying yes to things that our whole body is saying no to. We make ourselves sick, literally sick, by lying to others and by lying to ourselves. Start practicing today to put yourself first or say yes to yourself. Really consider the power in today's quote. Remember that every choice you make produces an outcome. Choose wisely. And now I'm going to add to that. Choose you. Okay, this was another very full recording. Take it in, breathe it in, and consider what your life could be like and feel like if you started saying yes to yourself, to the truth within you. All right, that is a wrap for day 5, a very full day 5. Now I invite you to consider having a fantastic day and being the best you can be because your life matters.